Imagine free-falling 2 miles from the sky, crashing into the densest jungle on Earth, and living to tell the tale. Or what if you were buried alive under a mountain of snow after a plane crash, with no food and no hope? These aren't scenes from a movie, they are real stories of people who faced certain death and somehow survived. Today, we're counting down the most unbelievable survival stories ever recorded. 8 stories, 8 miracles. These people stared death in the face and said, "Not today." From the Andes, to the ocean depths, to the cold vacuum of space, buckle up. The first story starts now. Chapter 1. The year is 1972. In the crisp October air, a chartered plane departs from Uruguay, carrying the Old Christians amateur rugby team, along with their friends and family. They are young, full of life, and headed to Santiago, Chile, for a match. The mood is jubilant. A flying party high above the clouds, but as they venture into the formidable Andes mountain range, the clear skies give way to a treacherous, unforgiving landscape. The pilots, attempting to navigate the peaks, make a fatal miscalculation, beginning their descent far too early. Suddenly the plane is engulfed in violent turbulence. Out of the thick cloud cover, a mountain peak appears directly in their path. There is no time to react. The impact is catastrophic. The sound is a deafening shriek of tearing metal as the right wing is sheared off, catapulting into the tail and ripping it away. The cabin depressurizes instantly, sucking passengers, seats, and debris out into the freezing void. Now just a mangled tube, the fuselage plummets, hitting a glacier and rocketing down the slope at over 200 miles per hour, a horrifying, uncontrolled toboggan ride towards certain death. When it finally slams to a halt, there is a deafening silence. In the initial crash, 12 are dead. The survivors, battered and broken, find themselves stranded at 11,800 feet in the heart of the Andes. They are surrounded by an endless ocean of snow and serrated rock. The Andes flight disaster has begun. With only a few chocolate bars and some wine, they ration the meager scraps, clinging to the belief that rescue is imminent. Surely, a helicopter will appear any day. At night, the temperatures plunge to a bone-chilling 30 degrees Celsius. They use luggage to block the gaping hole in the fuselage, huddling together for warmth, their breath crystallizing in the frigid air. On the 11th day they manage to get a small transistor radio working. The crackle of static gives way to a voice and a devastating announcement. The official search has been called off. They are presumed dead. Hope evaporates, replaced by the gnawing agony of starvation. Surrounded by the bodies of their teammates and friends preserved in the snow, they are forced to confront an unthinkable, terrifying choice. After surviving deadly avalanches, unimaginable loss, and weeks of brutal cold, 2 of the strongest, Nando Parado and Roberto Canessa, make a heroic decision. With no hope of being found, they will walk out of the Andes or die trying. Chapter 2. Christmas Eve, 1971. Julianne Koepke flies over Peru with her mother. A thunderstorm, a blinding flash. The plane breaks apart. Still strapped in, Julianne falls 2 miles from the sky. Seat rows spin like a rotor. The canopy breaks her fall. Blackout. She wakes with a broken collarbone, a deep gash, one eye swollen shut, and no one else alive. Raised by zoologists, she remembers, follow water. Water leads to people. For 10 days she wades, hacked by vines, infections crawling in her wounds. She finds a hut and waits. Lumberjacks arrive, treat her, and ferry her to safety. Julianne walked out of the green hell that swallowed an entire plane. Chapter 3. Aaron Ralston ventures alone into Blue John Canyon. A half-ton rock shifts, crushing his right arm. Utterly trapped, he tries everything. The boulder doesn't move a millimeter. By day 3, water's gone. Hallucinations, farewell messages. Day 5. 2 choices. Die, or do the unthinkable. He snaps the radius and ulna using the boulder's force, then cuts through skin, muscle, tendons, nerves, over an hour of agony. Freed, he rappels a cliff and hikes 7 miles, found by a family who call rescuers. Aaron Ralston chose life, no matter the cost. Chapter 4. On August 5, 2010, deep in Chile's Atacama Desert, the San Jose copper gold mine suffers a catastrophic collapse. 33 men, working their shift, are instantly sealed off from the world, their fate unknown. Nearly half a mile down, the main access ramp is obliterated, blocked by a single slab of rock with twice the mass of the Empire State Building. The explosion of dust and air pressure is immense. Above ground, there is only silence. Below, there is only darkness and the terrifying realization that they are trapped. The survivors scramble to a tiny emergency shelter, a space barely 540 square feet. It's hot, humid, and the air is thick with dust. They have just enough food to last 2 days for the entire crew. Panic begins to set in, but one man, shift foreman Luis Urzua, imposes strict discipline. He rations their meager supplies with brutal efficiency, a single spoonful of tuna, half a cracker, and a sip of milk, every 48 hours. It's a starvation diet, but it's their only chance. For 17 agonizing days, they endure near total darkness, listening to the faint sounds of drills that sometimes stop for days. Hope dwindles. Then, a miracle. A probe finally punches through the ceiling of their prison. They frantically attach a note, scrawled in red marker. Estamos bien en el refugio los 33s. We are well in the shelter, the 33 of us. When the note reaches the surface, the world erupts in celebration. An unprecedented rescue mission begins. Food, water, medicine, and letters from loved ones are sent down narrow lifelines, sustaining their bodies and spirits. After 69 grueling days, the custom-built Phoenix capsule begins its journey, lifting them one by one through 2,000 feet of solid rock and into the sun. Each ascent takes nearly an hour, a slow, nerve-wracking ride to freedom. They had survived underground longer than anyone in recorded history, a testament to human endurance and unwavering hope. Chapter 5, April 1970, Apollo 13 heads for the moon. A routine tank stir detonates an oxygen tank, alarms everywhere. Houston, we've had a problem. The landing is off, survival begins. They shut down the command module and pile into the lunar module lifeboat. Carbon dioxide spikes. LM scrubbers can't keep up. CM has square canisters. LM needs round. A square peg in a round hole. Houston MacGyver's affixed with duct tape, plastic bags, a manual, and a sock. The jury rig works. CO2 drops. After 4 frigid, thirsty days, they slingshot the moon and splash down. NASA's successful failure. Chapter 6, 1994, Elite Runner. Mauro Prosperi hits a brutal sandstorm in the Marathon des Sables. He keeps running. When it clears, he's utterly lost. In Algeria. Days blur. Water runs out. He drinks his own urine to survive. He finds a tiny shrine, captures bats, and drinks their blood. He writes a goodbye and even tries to end it. Dehydration clots the wounds. He takes it as a sign. Not here, not now. He follows clouds, eats whatever he can catch, raw. After 9 days, he reaches an oasis, sees a girl, and collapses. Tuareg nomads save him and deliver him to help. He was 180 miles off course. Chapter 7, 2013. A rogue wave flips the Jascon 4 off Nigeria. It sinks in minutes. Cook Harrison O'Keene is hurled through black hallways. He finds an air pocket, a tiny bubble 100 feet down. Freezing in underwear, with limited air and rising CO2, he waits in total darkness. A team arrives, not to rescue, but to recover bodies. A hand seizes a diver. Harrison is alive after almost 3 days. They can't rush him up. His tissues are loaded with nitrogen. They bring down a bell, secure him, and decompress slowly. Harrison O'Keene emerges the sole survivor from an underwater tomb. Chapter 8, 1999. Radiologist Anna Bogenholm skis with friends in Norway. She plunges under the ice, pinned by current, no air pocket, 40 minutes fighting, then cardiac arrest, 80 minutes submerged before they pull her out, no pulse, no breath, core at 56.7 degrees, clinically dead. You're not dead until you're warm and dead. They gamble on heart-lung bypass. They warm and circulate her blood for hours. 9 hours later, her heart starts. After coma and paralysis, she relearns to walk. Enan sway, why Timur Stetrilo, why Nathan Crew, why, Wanchen Pastown. The hospital that saved her. So there you have it. A collection of tales that stretch the very definition of what it means to be a survivor. These aren't just stories, they are testaments to the unyielding power of the human will when faced with the ultimate challenge. We've journeyed with 8 incredible people who walked through the valley of the shadow of death, and somehow, against all logic and expectation, came out the other side. They faced the abyss, stared into the void, and refused to be consumed by it. From the crushing isolation of the Andes to the silent, immense pressure of the seafloor, from the vacuum of space to the blistering heat of the Sahara, their stories defy belief. Each environment presented a unique form of hell, a relentless adversary that demanded everything they had. They survived catastrophic crashes, life-altering amputations performed under duress, the suffocating weight of burial by snow, and in one astonishing case, even the finality of clinical death. Their bodies were pushed to the absolute breaking point, enduring pain and deprivation that few can imagine. It's undeniable proof of a body's incredible resilience, but it's also so much more than that. It's a glimpse into the untapped reserves of strength that lie dormant within us all, waiting for a moment of true crisis to be unleashed. It is the raw, untamable power of the human spirit, the stubborn, primal refusal to give up. It's the voice that whispers, "Keep going," when every fiber of your being screams to stop. When forced to choose between surrender and suffering, they chose to suffer for the chance at life. They chose hope over despair, action over apathy. We are deeply grateful you joined us for this journey. Thank you so much for watching. If these stories of survival blew your mind and inspired you, please hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We have many more incredible accounts coming your way. Which one of these incredible tales of endurance shocked you the most? I'd love to read your thoughts, so tell me in the comments below. Sharing this video with someone who needs a dose of inspiration helps our channel a ton. Until next time, stay safe, stay curious, and we'll see you in the next one.